we'll go ahead and start getting warmed up. We'll start with those shoulders since we're gonna mostly be focusing on the upper body here. Arms up, fingertips up, arm circles. We'll do about 20 forward here, then 20 backwards. I love Chase has his Superman shirt on. And then reverse. About 20 reps here. And then fingertips down, big circles. Take your time with these. About anywhere from 10 to 15 reps here, depending on how tight your shoulders are. And then reverse. And then we'll alternate back and forth about 10, 12, 14 times, again, depending on how tight those shoulders and lats feel. And then we'll go both hands, front to back. And then we'll go side to side about 20 times here. All right, so we're gonna widen our feet out and we're gonna do some walkouts here just to get those hamstrings, glute, and low back. So widen those feet out, coming down, keep the legs as straight as possible. Walk all the way out into a plank, and then we're gonna reach up to the right, reach up to the left, and then all the way back up. And then when we get to the top, have that right hand grab the left wrist and pull to the right side, and then reach up, pull to the other side. And then forward, come all the way down, hands to the ground, walk it out. We're gonna do 5 reps here. Every time, reach up, grab the wrist, pull to the side. Walk it out, reach up, back. All right, after those 5, we're gonna lunge out into that runner's lunge, but we're gonna put the back knee on the ground, all right, and be in this half kneeling position. The right knee is out in front, the left knee is on the ground. We're gonna reach the left hand in the air, then drive that knee forward, sinking our hips to the ground, stretching our hip flexors. And then relax, straighten that front leg, lift the toe. And then back into our lunge. Reach up high, straighten the front leg, lift the toe, back into that lunge, straighten the leg, lift the toe. Yeah, 2 more here. We'll bring that foot back into a kneeling position, go to the other side. Right hand up. Oh man, this side's tight. All right, straighten that front leg, lift the toe, and back into that lunge. If you're really tight through the groin, the hip flexor, even in the abdominals here, hold that stretch a little bit, and then straighten that leg and lift the toe. Doing 5 total. All right, and then we're gonna come back to our feet, and then we're gonna do 10 walkouts with a push-up. So warming that chest up, triceps up, all right? So back to that straddled stance, coming all the way down, walk it back out into your push-up, pinch those elbows to the side, and then all the way back up, 10 times. And then when you're done there, shake that out. All right. So we're gonna do a warm-up set of our bench press. And if you want, you can do push-ups instead of 10 reps, all right? So if you're sharing barbells, you'll just rest the time it takes for your partner to do the bench press, and then you'll do the bench press, they'll rest, then you'll go to your single leg deadlifts, and then rotate through that way. And that's how you use your rest time, okay? Ideally, we'd rest. This isn't I'm gonna build a lot of strength here. It's gonna be more like muscle endurance than it is strength building. But you can definitely use these for strength building if you lift heavy weight, and then keep those rest times at like 2, 3, and 4 minutes, all right? But we're gonna keep it at about 90 seconds of rest here while we're going through this, so that we can move through and get through the workout, all right? So go ahead and get a warm-up set of 10 reps in, see how it feels, see how your body feels before we start adding some real resistance to it. No tempo, just 10 regular reps. All right, and then with that same weight, we're gonna practice our single leg deadlifts. If you've never done single leg deadlifts before, don't use any weight, all right? So we'll be standing here like this, slight bend in that knee, the leg you're standing on. Drive your hips back, keep your back nice and flat, and then stand, okay? But if you've done these before, just use your barbell and just do 4 or 5 on each leg. Just get used to that movement. See how your balance is today.
Just put it in the opposite side. You don't put it if I go one-handed.
Just getting that body warmed up and ready to work. about 4 to 5 reps. All right. All right. Give you guys some time to finish up there. Now again, if you don't have dumbbells around and all you have is plates, if you have smaller plates, you can hold them to the side. If you have a heavier plate, you can hold it here, keep your shoulders back, going down, tapping the plate to the ground, and then standing, you still get the same effect, okay? You can use a medicine ball, any of that stuff. All right, and on our rest, I'll go through and I'll give you some tips on if you have medicine balls on how to make it challenging for you as well, if you have kettlebells, just so that you have some variation in how you can switch things up. So on our first set, we're gonna do 8 reps here, and you can go slightly heavier than what you did before. We are gonna be using a tempo on these though. All right, so we're gonna be going 3 seconds down, pause at the bottom, and then press out. All right, then we'll rest about 30 seconds from the transition from our bench press to our single leg deadlifts. We'll do 8 single leg deadlifts on each leg, rest about 30 seconds to a minute, 90 seconds if you need it, before we go back into our bench press for 6 reps, okay? So, if you're partnering with someone and you'll just let them bench press and then go through that cycle, okay? All right, here we go. First set of 8. Remember the tempo, 3 seconds going down. One, 2, 3, and pause, and then press. 1, 2, 3, and pause. Press. 2, 3, pause. Press. 1, 2, 3, and pause. Press. 1, 2, 3, and pause. Press. 3 more here. 1, 2, 3, and pause. Press. Going down. 1, 2, 3, and pause. Press. Last one. Going down. 1, 2, 3, and pause. And press. All right. And that's our secondary warm-up set. It'll take just a few seconds here, 30 seconds or so. And before we go into our single leg deadlifts. And we have 8 reps on each leg. And then Chase, you can go ahead and do your single leg deadlifts while Bobby rests if you want to. All right, shoulders are back, pull those shoulders back and down, standing on that one leg, slight bend in that knee, drive your hips back. You want to push the weight towards the foot that's on the ground and then stand. 3 seconds going down, pause, and stand. Ooh, fire. And get to that other leg. 8 reps. Slow and controlled here. Woo. That burns. And we'll rest about a minute to 90 seconds.
10s or 5s? Sorry?
Then let's go 10.
Okay.
And if you have a barbell, you can adjust your weight. If you have dumbbells, you're going to want to grab the next set of weight that you're going up to on your bench press. Got about 20 seconds here before we go into that next set. And we have 6 reps this time. Okay, 6 reps. Slightly heavier weight, 6 reps, 3 seconds going down, pause at the bottom, press out. Go ahead and get ready. And here we go. Going down, 1, 2, 3, and pause. You have these dumbbells, you want to make sure that forearm is vertical at the bottom. So here, vertical forearm so you can punch straight up, with less stress on the shoulders. Do those 6 reps, shake that out. And after about 30 seconds of rest, or when your partner's done, you'll go to your single leg deadlifts. 6 reps on each leg, still the same tempo, 3 seconds going down, pause for a second at the bottom, and then stand. Six reps here. Going down nice and slow. Rest here. A minute to 90 seconds. And we'll have another set of 6. So if that weight wasn't challenging for you, you have an opportunity to go up a weight for the same rep scheme. All right, if you can't go up in weight because you don't have enough weight, then you can slow your tempo down on this set. So you still do 6 reps. You either increase the weight, keep the same tempo, or keep the same weight and increase your time under tension by going 4 seconds down, pause for 2 seconds at the bottom, and then press out. All right? Which is what I'm gonna end up doing because I don't have weight with dumbbells to go up higher. All right, so you're either increasing your weight, same tempo, or staying at the same weight, increasing time under tension. We got about 20 seconds here. Another set of 6. All right, go ahead and get ready. And go. So this time I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause, pause, and press. 4 seconds down for me. Take about 30 seconds here. And if I'm slightly ahead of you, guys can always just keep up or catch up. Stick to your rest times. There you go. Nice job, Bobby. You guys get an extra deadlift set in. All right, another set of 6 on the deadlifts.
I don't know if I can hold it.
So again, these deadlifts are the same. You can either go up in weight or you can increase the time under tension. Instead of going 3 seconds down, go 4 seconds down. And then rest about a minute. So while we're resting, I'm going to show you guys. So let's say you really wanted to challenge yourself, and you had a med ball, right? Say a medicine ball or something like that, or something that odd object, you can hold that ball here for stability. Do your slowly lower here. Now you have to keep a vertical forearm or you're gonna drop that ball and then press out. All right? And after you've gone to almost failure, you bring that ball right in between your chest and then you throw the ball up. All right? To really get a nice pump in the triceps and the chest after you've done your press. All right? It's a good way, it's a nice finisher after doing some bench press or dumbbell chest press or incline press or anything like that. It's a nice finisher for those triceps and that chest to get some of those ball passes in. All right, so we're going to 4 reps here. And because I can't go up and weight on my dumbbells, I'm going to increase my tempo. I did 4 seconds down, 2 seconds last time. Now I'm gonna go 5 seconds down, 2 second to 3 second pause at the bottom, keeping more tension under that. All right, if I wanted to, I could just throw a barbell on the rack. That's an easy thing to do, but don't need to do that. You can challenge yourself by increasing the tempo. All right, here we go. 4 reps here. If you're adding weight, go 3 seconds down, pause at the bottom. If you're not adding weight, increase the time under tension. So I'm gonna hold here at the top for 3 seconds, and then slowly lower. Pause at the bottom, and then press. Hold at the top for 3. Slowly lower. Pause at the bottom. And press. Hold at the top for 3. Slowly lower. Pause at the bottom. Press. Hold at the top for 3. Slowly lower. Pause at the bottom. And press. And that definitely made it more difficult. If you have limited weight supply, increase your time under tension, and it will become challenging. Take about 30 seconds, shake those arms out. We have a set of 4 on our deadlifts, so I'm finally going up in weight on my deadlifts. So I'm gonna go back to 3 seconds down, pause at the bottom and stand. And if that's fairly easy for me, the next round I'm gonna go slower down. All right? All right, 4 reps on each leg. Keep those shoulders pulled back and down, slight bend in that knee. Drive the hips back. Other leg. There you go. Making sure you're pushing those hips back and keeping that back nice and flat. Back should be like this bench right here at the bottom of that deadlift. Should be able to put a bottle on it, and your back should be just as flat as that deadlift, or that bench in that deadlift. All right, we got one more set here of 4 reps. Again, you have 2 choices here. You can increase the weight on your bar. All right, keep the same tempo, 3 seconds down, pause at the bottom. Or you can increase the weight, keep the same tempo, or you can keep the same weight and increase the tempo by going 4 seconds down, pausing for that 2 seconds at the bottom, and then pressing out. And that pause at the bottom for 2 seconds really starts lighting up that chest, and then when you press out, you get a nice little flex at the top. All right? Nice little pump at the top. All right. We got about 15 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so we're gonna hold 5 at the top this time. I am anyways. And then come down for 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, and press. Going down, staying up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. 2, 3, 4, 5, and press. 2 more, just like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. 2, 3, 4, 5, and press. 1 more. Going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. 2, 3, 4, 5, and press. And rest. Whew. Holding for 5 seconds at the top, coming down for 5 seconds, holding for 5 seconds at the bottom. Game changer. Take about 15 more seconds here. Shake those arms out. We're in our last set of deadlifts on each leg. So when we get into our next set, it's going to be more muscle endurance. We have pull-ups, hammer curls, and reverse flies. After you're done with a set, you're only going to rest about 30 seconds to 45 seconds from one transition, from one exercise to the next, okay? So it's definitely going to be, you're going to get a metabolic response while you're lifting, as opposed to kind of how you feel now, where you feel somewhat recovered. Cardiovascularly, I'm talking about, okay? All right, here we go. Let's finish these deadlifts up. Drive those hips back.
Oh, it's another 25. It's in there, huh? One natural, one more drink. That's it.
Oh. Switch legs when you're done. 4 reps on the other side. We're done with our deadlifts. Oh my. So we're doing 10 hammer curls, and we have reverse flies. So I'm going to use 10-pound plates for my reverse flies. I'm going to use 25, I guess, for my hammer curls. All right, and so I will show you with a plate. So if you have a bigger plate here, these are great for hammer curls. So you can be here and kind of straddle out a little bit, and you can curl this way bringing that plate right to your throat, and then slowly lowering down. And we're in that hammer position where our thumbs are facing up. Okay, so if you don't have enough dumbbells, but you have plates around, you can definitely use those plates for hammer curls. All right, so I'm gonna be doing pull-ups, 5 to 10 strict pull-ups. Once I'm done, I'm gonna rest about 30 to 45 seconds. Go right into my 10 hammer curls, 3 seconds down, okay? Rest 30 to 45 seconds. Go into my reverse flies, where I'll have the weights here, palms are facing out, thumbs are facing out, in this bent over row position, and pulling that weight up, and then slowly lowering down. If you don't have a pull-up bar or rings to do rows with, then you'll use your dumbbells and or barbell. So if you have a barbell, you're gonna be here. You're gonna pull that weight into the belly button or lower portion of the rib cage, slowly lower down. Dumbbells, you can go to the side, all right? And if you have heavier plates, you can definitely use one of those heavier plates in this position, pulling that weight into the rib cage and then slowly lowering down. All right? You got a lot of options on the bent over rows. I need a little bit of chocolate. So if you're working out with someone, they can start on the back side of the workout on reverse flies. The other one starts on bent over rows. You can come together and do hammer curls together, and then you'll switch back into your back exercise. So we're going back and biceps to biceps only, back to back. All right? And we're doing 3 total sets here. 3 total sets. All right, after each exercise, rest 30 to 45 seconds. All right, and here we go. Let's go ahead and get our first set in. Ooh. Rest 30 to 45 seconds after the exercise. Once you're done, rest 30 to 45 seconds. And you'll go into the next exercise. So you have pull-ups, hammer curls, and reverse flies. All right?
Like this. Out.
Rest about 30 to 45 seconds. Shake those arms out. next exercise. Whenever you feel like you're ready there. Our palms are facing out on those reverse flies.
Yeah.
And so if you're doing pull-ups at home, or even if you're doing bent over rows, if you want to switch your grip up, go a little bit wider on bent over rows to widen that back out a little bit, hit the muscles a little differently, you can. Or flip your hands around, facing out, and do more of a supinated grip on the bent over row, as opposed to a pronated grip, okay? So if you're here, maybe switch it up here. See if you feel a little different, see if one's harder than the other. If one is significantly harder than the other, you probably want to do the one that's harder, so you can build up the strength through that movement, all right? Now I'm back to my pull-ups. Round 2. That one wasn't happening. Resting 30 seconds to 45 seconds before you go to your next exercise. Go. Everything should be 10 reps. Unless you're doing pull-ups, then it's 5 to 10 reps. Ooh. 30 to 45 second rest.
How many sets of these are we doing?
3.
Okay.
Ooh. Shake that out. 30 to 45 seconds of rest. Here we are, our last set. All right, it's about time to start that last set. Woo.
Good burn.
Curls. Shake that out. Oh. My last 10 reps of this set. Oh man. All right, so we have core work, mostly core work. And we have some upright rows thrown in there, all right? But we're gonna do 25 heel tap sit-ups on the 2 count. All right, so it's gonna be 50 total. We're going to have our hands to the side. We're gonna crunch up, and then we tap our pinky to our foot or heel. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're tapping one side, then the other side for 1 rep. Or you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4 to 50, okay? When you're done, we'll stand up, either with dumbbells or plates. We'll go to our upright rows, drive the elbows up, slowly lower down for 10 reps, okay? Then we have hollow hold leg raises. There's a couple different ways you can do these. You can hold a weight for more tension in the core if you want to. can get into that hollow body position, bring your legs up, and then slowly lower down for 25 reps. Or you can lay on a bench and hold onto the bench and do leg raises that way. Or if you have something like this, you can come here, have your feet here, and then come up and touch your toes to the actual bar. Okay, so you have a lot of different options on how to do these leg raises. You can, if you feel it in your lower back, you can put your hands under your butt, tap the heels to the ground, and then come up. All right, 25 reps. Then we have body saw. So if you're somewhere where you have like a slick surface or you have a towel that you can put on a slick surface, you can put your feet on there and you'll push away and then pull back. I'm gonna do mine on a TRX, right? So I'm gonna have my feet here. I'm gonna be on my elbows and I'm going to push back and then pull forward. Push back nice and slow and pull forward for 10 reps, okay? And then you rest as much as you feel like you need, and you'll go through set number 2, rest, and then set number 3 if you have time, or the ability to do another set. If you feel like you can't keep form, only do 2 sets. If the first set was really challenging to you, do 1 set. All right, so if you're new, 1 set. If you've been doing this for a little while, but it's one of those mornings, 2 sets. If you're feeling really good, do 3 sets. All right? All right. If you guys are ready.
Sit-ups, rows.
So 25 heel tap sit-ups. Crunching up. Coming here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then you're gonna come to your feet. Do your upright rows. 10 reps. Keeping those glutes engaged, core engaged. Hollow hold leg raises. So probably take the longest of the set.
That leg lift. Are you paying attention at all?
And once you guys are done with those leg raises, now if the body saw just isn't in your capability, just hold plank for 30 seconds.
Stay where you at. So you're in plank and you're pushing the weight, so you're kind of straightening your shoulders out. Oh no.
And then you'll rest. A minute, 2 minutes, whatever you feel like you might need. Some of you might be like, hey, you know, it was good enough. That's cool. You can come back to it later some other time.
Yeah, all right.
Kind of challenging. All right, my minute's up. Going back into my heel tap sit-ups. Ooh. After those heel tap sit-ups, you're back to your upright rows for 10 reps. And then we're back to our 25 leg raises. Oh. After those leg raises, back to our 10 body saws or 30-second plank hold. Ooh.
Just here, the bar, ball, slide the weight towards your knee or thigh, not the weight.
Rest a minute or two. And if you have time, one more set. Woo. Check in with my guys on Zoom here. How we doing? We hanging in there?
Love it.
One more set.
Core is my favorite. Woo! Go core.
All right. My minute's up. Back to our heel tap sit-ups, crunching up. 1, 2, 3.
Probably about slices it.
Woo! That's starting to burn. Back to our upright rows. Back to our leg raises. We got our last 10 reps. Woo!
There we go.
You guys are having a lot of fun over there.
We love working out on core. C-O-R-E.
Oh. Woo. I'm glad that's over.